I'm Andrew, Duke of York. You've read the headlines, seen the documentaries, and heard the accusations. But let me take you through what it's like to live at the center of the storm, a storm that's left no part of my life untouched. A life of privilege and perception. I was born into privilege, but that privilege came with expectations. They called me Randy Andy in my youth, a label that followed me as I enjoyed the benefits of being the Queen's son. The media relished those stories, but they only showed one side of me. I served my country in the Falklands War and represented Britain across the globe, but those achievements are now overshadowed by the mistakes I've made. The Epstein connection, a web of scandal. My association with Jeffrey Epstein is the darkest shadow over my life. I've said before that I regret ever meeting him, but the damage was done. The media and documentaries like Prince Andrew paint me as a central figure in his crimes, ignoring the nuances of our limited relationship. That interview, it was a mistake. I tried to explain my side, but it only made things worse. It gave the public and the press ammunition to tear me down further. The legal fallout and public reaction. The lawsuit brought by Virginia Giuffre ended in a settlement. Let me be clear, I admitted no wrongdoing. The decision to settle was about protecting my family and avoiding prolonged scrutiny. But even that wasn't enough to quiet the storm. Stripped of my titles, removed from public duties, I became a pariah. The family distanced themselves for the monarchy's sake, leaving me to face this alone. Family dynamics, a royal rift. My brother, now King Charles, decided to cut my royal security funding and suggested I move out of Royal Lodge, where I've lived since 2003. It feels like I've lost not just my position, but also my place in the family. My daughters have been my rock. Their loyalty never wavered, even as the world turned against me. I hold on to their love and support in these trying times. The cost of scandal. With my security stripped and my funds limited, I've had to face realities I never imagined. They talk about the cost of my scandal, financial, reputational, but for me, the true cost has been the loss of trust and dignity. Calls to abolish the monarchy have grown louder, and I've become a symbol for everything people think is wrong with the institution. It's a heavy burden to bear. The media frenzy and documentaries. The media and filmmakers dissect my life, creating narratives that are only partly true. Documentaries focus on the sensational, my friendships, my mistakes, but rarely do they explore the complexities of my situation. It's not a defense, it's a plea for understanding. As Tina Brown said in Banished, when you are the Queen's son, no one tells you the truth. Perhaps that's true, but now the truth is all I have left. Where I stand today. Today, I live a quieter life. The scandals will never leave me, and I know I'll never regain the public's trust. But I remain a father, a brother, and a son of this nation. My story isn't over, even if my royal duties are. King Charles wants me to move, but Royal Lodge is my home. I intend to fight for what little remains of my legacy. Conclusion, a royal reflection. History will judge me, as it does all public figures. I've made mistakes, some of them grave, but I hope that someday, people will see the human behind the headlines. Not for redemption, but for understanding.